As pretty much everyone knows, Halo Infinite was released early by 343, but only the multiplayer for some reason, I don't know. And as someone who is a fan of these games and has honestly put an embarrassing amount of time into them, God, what am I doing with my life? I'm gonna see if it's good and how it compares to the rest of the games in the series. 343's games so far have been kinda mid, but this game improves in some ways, but also kinda doesn't improve in other ways. By the way, this vid is only about the multiplayer. I'll do a part 2 when the campaign comes out. I mean probably, I don't know, depends if I'm lazy. Firstly, the menus are better and less cluttered and confusing than 5. 5's menus are like when you quote unquote clean your room but you just shove everything into a locker. On the outside it looks fine, but inside you know it's the 10th circle of hell in there. These menus are easy to use to do stuff like change your Spartan's fit. Also the menu music goes hard. Speaking of the customization in this game, it's really good. The armor pieces are really cool and good to look at, and it even has vehicle and weapon skins like an MCC. But how you get the cosmetics through the battle pass is really bad. Like, I know everyone else has already mentioned this, so I'm not going to try and beat a dead horse, but it's a serious problem that sucks. The graphics and sound design in this game are honestly so good, I'd even say they're noteworthy. The gameplay in this game is a mix between Halo Reach, Halo 3 and Halo 5, and overall I feel like it's really solid. Also, big team battle in this game is 12v12, which is really cool. The advanced movement and the ADS feel like a good mix between the old and new games. The weapons are a mixed bag. Most are good, but some like the shock rifle, the brute electric pistol thing, I don't know what it's called, and the new carbine, and a few others are honestly complete ass. But the majority feel alright. The AR, the BR, and other classic weapons feel normal, except for the fact that the plasma pistol doesn't EMP vehicles, and the Magnum feels a lot worse than it did in Halo 5. Like, in Halo 5 that thing was an absolute beast. Also, the new weapons are mostly fun. The equipment is really fun, and I like how every piece of equipment has multiple uses. Like, the repulsor can be used to yeet things like grenades and people or even vehicles, or how like the grapple can be used to get into vehicles from far away, or can even just be used to Spider-Man around. Some of the clips I've seen using these have been just absolutely wild. The vehicles in this game are fine, but the only problems I have with them is that they spawn too rarely and the driving controls are about as sensitive as the average Twitter user. Lastly, there isn't actually a lot to do in this game. There is only 2 big team battle maps and only a few smaller maps, and there aren't that many modes at launch. Also, modes that were in previous games like Forge and Customs browsers are just straight up not in this game, and to be honest that feels kinda BS. Though, to be fair, that might be because of recent events that have happened in the world. Overall, I think Infinite is a good game, just trapped in a mediocre one, if you know what I mean. I tried to make that sound like deep, like an actual reviewer, but it doesn't really that sound good when I say it out loud. Honestly, I'd probably give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Anyway, the video's over.